All right, how about this correlation right here? So once again, I'm just going to draw the line just so we can get an idea of what we're looking at. So I would expect some line like this one. And yes, I'm just eyeballing it. We're not actually finding the exact equation here. But from this line, I can see that the dots or the points are pretty close to this blue line that I've drawn, which means that I'm looking at a strong relation. If it's not perfect, definitely is not weak because the points aren't very far away from that blue line. And by the way, if I were to look at this as a math person, I could easily declare this as weak. Maybe I would want to show it as weak, and I want people to believe that it is weak. Why can I say that this is weak? Because I'd say, well, the scale is large numbers, so actually this point right here is actually 100 away from the blue line, which makes it weak. Even though technically it doesn't under this information that we have. So it is strong, but be careful because some people will say it's a weak relationship. I definitely wouldn't say it's perfect, but again, I could probably manipulate the scale in order to make it look as though it were perfect. So it is strong. I see it going down from left to right, which means this is also a negative relationship. So it's a strong negative relationship, or more specifically for this lesson, correlation. Now, like I said before, what will happen is when people make this information, sometimes what they'll do is they'll take the points that are on there and they'll take them off. Okay, so really all you would be looking at is this blue line right here. Now, again, what this does is it creates a pattern, whether it's a pattern of behavior, which should worry you, but no one really knows or understands it, or it just creates a way for me to predict the future based on this information. So what I would do is I would look at this and say, anyone who's in this area, I would follow up. Again, I would ignore the points. I would go to the blue line, and then I would say that would get this y value. This x gives us this y. That's an x. X gives us a y, which technically is false. It's just what we would expect, something in that range, even though there's this value right here, which pretty much has the same x value and pretty much has the same y value, but it's not exact. And that's the part that should worry you, is that it is not exact. And pretty much everything in math is supposed to be exact. So this line, which we also call a line of best fit, is also a predictive line. It's a line that we can then use to predict the future.